Good evening. We're here. We're a little bit late. I think we're just going to pretty much get into it. Unless anybody's got anything they want to promote. Has anybody got anything coming up? Colin, you got anything coming up that you want to
just the usual shenanigans?
Give a shout out to? What's your next thing you've got coming on?
This Friday we're discussing Kindred the Embraced, that lovely TV series based in Vampire the Masquerade.
Oh, I've never. I don't think I've ever seen
They
that.
and they couldn't shoot it during nighttime because it was too expensive.
Yeah, it was done in bright daylight. And
they've done the Hammer Horror thing where they just turn the contrast down.
No, they didn't even bother. Right then, like broad daylight.
Keep talking while I do the cams.
Yeah, it's one of those shows where
Classy.
I had one season and I think it was a good choice not to go on. If the Hallmark Channel did vampires, then that's Kindred the Embraced.
I mean, ultimately, the Underworld film was the equivalent of a live-action vampire game because it was all set in a ball, and then they ran off and did some submissions, and then came back and reported as to how well they'd done on their mission.
Yeah, basically, and there was intrigue and subterfuge, but this TV show is something special.
They're not worth my time.
We were going to do it in 2 streams, do 4 episodes a stream, but I couldn't face that. Do it all in one. We were just going to get it finished, so I never had to speak of it again.
I was looking forward to a nice vampire show over the Christmas
and in the new year, we're going to be playing Vampire the Masquerade, but What We Do in the Shadows edition.
Oh, cool! Wow.
On Eagle Life.
Is that a fan made thing then? Or
so basically it's in the same universe as What We Do in the Shadows, but we haven't quite reached the mastery of conquering 1.5 streets. You know what I mean? We're only beginner levels.
Is it basically a modded version of Bloodlines?
A bit, yeah, but we're going to do a mockumentary style, so part of the way through it, we're going to stop and talk to the camera. And be interviewed. Fucking Mike!
Oh.
Oh, we're moving and shunting.
We've got Morkborg as well. Our sort of next session, beginning of January, and then we're going to take a break and go back to Alien. So
yes, we are indeed.
I think we've just reached a certain nexus where we can park that and then go back to Heart of Darkness, and then we can pick up Morkborg later on.
Excuse me while anybody who's here watching us while I rearrange all the cameras.
Oh, it's going crazy.
All I can hear is the gentle sounds of Marie shouting at a cat.
That song in the background is annoyingly catchy.
It is, isn't it? It's
like you need one of them 60s spiral wheel things. You need one of those.
It's completely AI generated as well.
That's it says a lot about pop music, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. But it is surprisingly good. I was quite in.
We reviewed Smell 2 there recently, and
oh dear,
the main character is a pop star.
Yeah,
and they did a fake pop song in the movie, and it's exactly like a pop song, including the dance routine. It just there's no difference.
Is it bad?
It is.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's awful. The first one's really good, and that is just absolutely awful.
Have you played Immortality? The game where you basically got reassemble the 3 films that an actress did, and basically there's a twist that while you're rewinding them looking for clues, you find something, and you realise there's a deeper supernatural undercurrent behind them.
No, I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, it's really good. The same guy, Sam Barlow,
who
did Her Story and Telling Lies, which is a similar kind of, assemble these clips to make a story. But it's literally he's made 3 full fake films, and then just as backgrounds, and there's proper songs in them and everything, and that's not even the main storyline. So it's a good play. I think I recommended it to you, Phil, and then you said you're going to play it with the missus. And I said, oh no, it's got a bit too much nudity.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah. I did. I was having a look at it. Yeah. But no, I haven't tried it yet. I did watch a little bit of a video of somebody playing it just to have a quick look at it, but not too much because I didn't want to spoil it in case I did actually play it.
Is it good?
As Trousers, I can't comment. I don't know. I'm assuming
Trousers,
it
is it good?
Yeah. I mean, it's a slow burn. It's not, basically you're just looking at clues and you're clicking on things that are in clips, and then you zoom to another clip and you try to assemble the film. But that's like the entry storyline, and then you kind of find something else underneath it, and it's quite cool.
Okay.
It's free on Netflix. If you want to get it.
Nope.
Do we assembled?
Oh, is it the same
Point and clicks
The end of
used to be
those-
all the rage.
DVD games? I used to put them on the DVD disc. You had the game. You flick between them.
FMV kind of stuff. Yeah, Tex Murphy and all that kind of thing.
Oh wow, Martian Chronicles.
Yeah.
Wow, that were good. That were excellent. That.
And the second Gabriel Knight game,
Didn't ever play it. Oh no, I think I played the
Beast Within was the second one where you had this lovely long flowing locks.
Yeah, I think that might be the one I would play. I can't remember if that one or was the vampire one.
Well, that one was about werewolves, I think.
Hey, I've done it. All the cameras are done.
Sweet.
Radio. So, right, I've got to remember what I'm doing now. What we're doing? We're playing this game, aren't we? Right, fair enough. Let me get my head
Game or
round.
game?
Game, good game. Radio. Okay, let's get underway, shall we? We're running late as it is, so let's just get on with it.
Oh, marvellous Milton Keynes.
My alma mater.
Marvelous Milton Keynes. If anybody who's watching us on twat,
It's starting off well.
it's my preferred channel. If anybody's there watching us on Twitch, if any of the volume levels are too loud, if music's drowning anybody out, please give us a shout out and let us know, because we're totally fucking oblivious. Or at least I am. So, let's get on with it. We are playing The Moonchild, which is written by Paul Fricker and is one of 6 scenarios, I think, in the Nameless Horrors book. This is specifically from the second edition, which has some slight changes, I believe, mainly better artwork and stuff. But anyway, so without further ado, let's get on with it. So you are all former students of the University of Northampton, graduating in 2002. Now in your 40s, those university years feel like a dim and distant memory, a time of dreams and the confidence of misspent youth. But times have changed, and so have you. One fond, or at least persistent, memory is your membership of an occult society known simply as the Society. It sounded cool and clever back then. In a world where you struggled to find your place, the Society offered something different: belonging. For the first time in your lives, you felt like you could be your true self. And it was there that you met David Barber. David was the founder and leader of the Society, a charismatic mathematics student with a passion for the occult. It wasn't just his good looks or charm, it was his intellect, his fearlessness, his way of making you feel seen. It was David that drew you all into the Society. Indeed, some of you were there from the very beginning. Your time was spent at the student bar talking earnestly about politics, religion, the latest episode of Spaced or Buffy, books on occult theory and practice, Colin Wilson's The Occult, Lyle Watson's Supernature, Crowley's writings, and Madame Blavatsky's Theosophy. were all common books that were circulated among the group, always steered by David's curiosity and insight. He was full of charm and humour, understanding, listening and offering thoughts and advice, but never judging. He was a true friend. Entering your dorms back then was an assault on the senses. The cloying smell of incense and weed mingled with the discordant sounds of early 1970s psychedelic rock, Nirvana, Nine Inch Nails, and the melancholy strains of Radiohead. Membership of the society ebbed and flowed, but a core group of 13 members, the committee, remained constant, and you were all proud to be among the 13. On occasion, a small group would travel to a stone circle or other auspicious site in search of ley lines and a taste of Mother Nature. You were in deep enough to believe that you felt the energies and shared an understanding of what it was to be a pagan. You were also, perhaps, feeling the intoxicating effect of alcohol and other substances and the euphoria of belonging. You felt connected to each other, to something greater. On those hazy nights when the lines were blurred, there may have been flirtations. Perhaps there may have even been relationships. You were caught up in your youth, your awe of the world and the enigma of the society, but nothing ever stays the same. One evening in October 1999, David invited you and your other committee members to participate in a ritual. You all travelled out into the countryside to an isolated copse of trees where skeletal silver birches loomed through the mist. Around a campfire, the hours passed with booze, drugs, stories and songs. At midnight, David led you in a ritual of devotion to the mother goddess, the horned god, and to each other. Fueled by intoxication and the moments further, inhibitions fell away. Naked, you cavorted beneath the moon around the dancing flames of the fire. Your memory of the culmination of that ritual is hazy, distorted by your indulgences. There was a devotion, a promise to serve, a horned skull, and blood dripping onto the earth from a knife wound in the palm of your hand. A sense that something had shifted. But much of the details of that night are lost, incoherent. There was dirt under your fingernails afterwards. You remember that much. That evening marked a turning point for the society. Boundaries were transgressed, and things were never the same between you all. With finals approaching, you welcomed the distraction and absorbed yourselves in your studies as embarrassing rumours spread around the campus. As the final year came to a close, the society fragmented and fell apart. The following year, it was reformed by a group of wannabe occultists and heavy metal fans who took the whole thing as a joke. But somehow, it didn't matter anymore. Around the time of the finals, David's mental health collapsed. It was attributed by some to the pressure of study and by others to his unhealthy obsessions. You heard his exams had been deferred till the following year and had promised to visit him while he was recovering. You never did. The card and the gift that you bought dropped in a bin outside the hospital as you turned away. And you haven't seen or spoken to David Barber since. Decades have passed. With the rise of social media, tenuous connections were rekindled, names from your past resurfacing. A reunion was suggested by whom you can't quite remember. But none of you expected Sarah Moore to be the one to bring you back together. A fellow member of the 13, Sarah recently contacted each of you. She seemed desperate for you all to meet again. There was something in her tone, urgent, almost pleading, that you couldn't ignore. So, where are each of you travelling from, and how do you begin your day? So we will I'll go from left to right on the screen as I see them. So, Alicia.
Oh my god, don't throw me under a bus. I'm very ill prepared.
We can go the opposite way around if you prefer.
Yeah, do that,
Okay. We'll throw Dave under the bus instead. So Ray.
You bastard!
So Ray, if you'd like to introduce yourself,
I
tell us.
am on the bus. I am currently on a bus, driving over Stew. To be honest, I still live in Milton Keynes, so drive around Milton Keynes. Only a complete madman. So yeah, I'll just have hopped on public transport.
Okay.
Probably what? Nobody lives in Milton Keynes, so probably half an hour, 45 minutes on the bus.
Okay.
Just, sat with my knees up, reading the book, with some headphones in, I would imagine. Good book reading time is being on a bus.
Oh, and what book are you reading?
Probably just some light horror. Something like Stephen King, or nothing too deep and meaningful. It's just some gentle. You can dip in and out of it while you're on public transport.
Okay.
At fair.
And what's the bus like? Is it busy today, or is it are you quiet? And whereabouts are you sat on the bus?
Fairly near the front. I don't want to be near all the rowdies at the back. What day is it?
It is Friday, the 27th of October. The meeting, you're supposed to be meeting Sarah and the others at Kiki's Cafe in the Milton Keynes shopping centre at about midday. About between 12 and 1.
So well, I'm going to be early because I can't abide people that are late. So I'm probably going to get there 11, because if I miss a bus, it'll be 11:30, and then I'll be pushing it. And I can't be late because that's just exceedingly rude. So it's probably fairly quiet, I would imagine. It's sort of like 10 o'clock. Morning rush hour will have gone. So it's probably only half a dozen people on the bus.
Okay.
Have a seat to myself. Headphones in, shut out the world.
Right, so
slip the occasional treat into my shirt.
So maybe a few stops away from where you'll be disembarking from the bus, and the bus pulls over to pick up some passengers, and a group of youths, rowdy youths that you were trying to avoid. Type of people you were trying to avoid get on the bus, all decked out here, their faces obscured by hoodies, all shoving and pushing each other, arguing with the driver, all trying to filling the bus with the smell of fruit flavored vapes. And as they sort of jostle each other, making their way down the aisle towards the back seat of the bus, you've noticed one of them has a book poking from his pocket. and you could just see the title of the book, or part of the title, and it says the title of the book is Sullied, Marie's something.
I'll just raise an eyebrow, but I'm not. No eye contact. No eye contact. First rule of public transport.
Okay, can you give us a power roll?
Oh gosh.
Straight in there. Oh, fuck, how do I do this again?
I'm doing a sanity roll for being in Milton Keynes.
feel like this is my fault. Sorry, Dave.
Okay.
Oh, it's a good pass.
It is. It's a real good pass, yeah.
A most excellent pass. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
An extreme success. Alright, so as they're pushing, as this group of kids, like I said, as they're jostling each other to move up the aisle, this guy with book brushes is knocked against the back of your seat, and the book falls from his pocket. And you must have been mistaken. It's not what you thought it was at all. The title is something completely different. It looks to be a Stephen. By coincidence, in fact, it looks to be one of Stephen King, a well-thumbed copy of a Stephen King book, Skeleton Crew, by the look of it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if it's falling down by me, I'll pick it up and just hand it back again without really looking at him. I'll check the book out just to make sure I didn't dream it, and yeah, just hand it over my shoulder if they're just behind me.
Okay, so as you hand it back to the get hold of the book, and they just stand there holding the book, and you can't help but, like, just out of curiosity, look or glance over your shoulder, and you just catch this guy, this kid. Can't be, maybe 18 at the most, 16, 18 or so. And you can't quite see his face, but you can see these lank, greasy strands of hair hanging from the inside of his hood, and you see these the hand that's holding onto the book is like covered with skin, is like marred with pock marks and scars. And then he pulls the book from your hand and joins the rest of his friends at the back of the bus.
It's only a couple of stops, isn't it?
It is.
From where I'm going, you said.
It is.
I'll just try and settle myself back down. That was a bit odd.
Okay.
I'm going to, concentrate on not looking at them, because that's just trouble.
So you focus, maybe manage to like focus your attention back in your book, and concentrate and center yourself and try to relax again. And as you pass the next 10 minutes or so till the bus reaches your stop. So meanwhile, John, where's John coming from?
I'm travelling up from Kent.
Oh.
So it's about a 2.5 hour journey, so I'll jump in the train. Thankfully it's a Friday and we're meeting at lunchtime, so I'm not part of the rush hour, so get like the 9:30 train. 9 o'clock just after all the zombies have jumped off.
Yeah. So you're doing
a nice day? Is it
it's
right?
So let's see. Is it what is the weather? It's quite clear. It's a bit crisp, a little bit cold, but probably warmer than it normally is around this time. But it's totally clear sky, not a cloud in the sky. Clear, crisp blue sky.
Stare out the window, especially on the train, like they're just taking the scenery. And watch it go by until we get into the city part. And then once it starts going horrible and grey and concrete, then I'll put it on my phone, just look at social media.
Okay. Can you give us a power roll?
I can.
Oh, this is unfortunate. Everybody's succeed passing the rolls.
These are the good dice rolls getting out of the way now.
Yeah.
Now, till they will need them later on, then they'll go to pants.
Okay, so you see a young girl coming out of the just emerging from the toilets, from the toilet at the end of the carriage. She's quite pale looking, maybe 16, 17. Her clothes are dirty and worn, and you can smell the BO and other unpleasant odors on her as she draws close to you, and then she sits in the seat, in one of the empty seats just across from you, next to you, and you can see she's constantly fidgeting at the sleeves on this like grey long sleeve top that looks like they're all stretched, overly stretched, so they're like the sleeves come down, almost covering almost all of her hands, and she's constantly fidgeting with these things and scratching at her wrists. And as she's scratching at her wrists, you notice a trace, this like faint white tracery of scars that run crisscross across one of her wrists.
Can I do a psychology roll on her?
Oh, you can if you wish, yeah, of course you can.
Yeah, so sort of in my profession, I've probably seen this before.
God. Everyone's getting good results. This is not good. Doesn't bode well for me.
No pressure, mate.
No.
You're last.
Should have gone first.
But yeah, yes, it's
I work as a mental health nurse, so
yes. So
actually one of the reasons for living in Kent is that's an area which there's plenty of work and plenty of need.
But yeah, she's clearly showing clear signs of like quite severe anxiety and stress, and they're quite obviously, although none of these scars look like they're clearly scars showing evidence of self-harm, but none of them are severe to the point that it looks like genuine attempts at to do herself real harm.
Oh no, it never is. It's the ones that are serious do it.
Yeah. But maybe you look, you're glancing over a little bit too long, and she looks up at you and she quickly like pulls the sleeves down, cover it in, like grasping them with her hands. And she seems...
I just nod at her and carry on looking out the window.
Okay. So you get the you turn away, look out the window, but you can tell, you can feel, you can sense the atmosphere, and you're not surprised when you feel a tap on your arm, and says, excuse me, I don't mean to bother you. I know you probably hear this all the time. I don't suppose you could spare a few pounds. Spent the last of my money getting this train ticket, and I'm trying to get home.
Yeah, do you know what? I'll give her probably have like a $5 in my wallet. I'll give her that, and with it, I usually carry a couple of cards for like an outreach center. So I'll just have it folded in the $5 and hand it over.
Okay, so yes.
I'll just say hopefully that helps you out a bit. No promises, but every bit.
So she thanks you, but she spends the rest of the next half hour till she gets off at the next stop, just continually thanking you and telling you how much how much she's appreciated. She start and telling you she just opens up, telling you her whole life story, telling you the troubled family life, and she left home to move down to live with a boyfriend, and that turned out to be this major mistake, and then she was living on the streets, and she just finally gained the courage to try and head home and face her family.
I just said you'll be surprised. Your family might be worried about you. You know, you might be surprised at the welcome you get when you go home. But never give up. You know, we've all been there, and I'll sort of pull up my wrist. We can get through it, you know.
Okay. So yeah, so yeah, she seemed, particularly with showing, as you show that she visibly relaxes, and yeah, you have quite, just, you know, she seemed genuinely really nice girl, you know, like many of these people you've come across, young people that are in bad situations, and you feel like, you know, maybe you've made some impact on her. Some positive.
I'll not charge her for the session.
And she almost forgets. she almost forgets to get off the train when it pulls into the station, and she suddenly jumps up and thanks you. She starts to thank you, but then she just leans in and just hugs you, and then rushes off the train. And as the train pulls out of the station, the conductor make an announcement telling you how long it'll be till you arrive at your destination. You notice there's a tarot card on the seat where she was sat.
Oh, I'll take it up and have a look.
It's the Fool.
You've just been mucked off.
So, Eric.
It's about taking risks, having faith in the future.
New beginnings.
Was it upright or was it inverted?
I would say it would be upright in a positive. Yeah, the positive.
All right, so it's potentially a good end.
Unless you looked at it the other way around and then it's inverted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. It could. The way you picked it up, it was the right way. Yeah. It was wasn't inverted, but it could have been. Yeah, it could have been either. So you settle down.
I'll take the positive. I'll take the win.
Yeah. So yeah, it's calm down. It's take the positive aspect, positive reading of that, and it gives you some sense of peace. Allows you relax and taking the just taking the scenery as the train takes you the rest of the way to your destination. And so, Eric, where is Eric?
I have a little introductory spiel.
Oh, please do.
If you'll indulge me.
I will indulge. I'm more than happy to indulge. Yes.
Yeah. I am Eric Wilson, spelled with a K, not a C. I'm named after my grandfather, who was Danish, although I don't speak a word of the language. My father once told me that every man has to be a salesman, and to an extent I agree with him, but I prefer to look at it through the other end of the telescope. Every salesman has to be a mathematician. You see, although my father started Wilson Accountancy and Tax Planning, I have earned my partnership every damned year. I bring in more revenue, more high-end customers, and have a better retention rate than any of the other partners. And why? Because I understand that people are, at their heart, puzzles to be unlocked. Find the right key, and their riches are there for you. I get a six-figure income, which is fine, but I get about the same from my buy-to-let portfolio. Passive income, they say, but what's the point in being passive in this world? I've taken some investment opportunities not because of how much money they bring, but because they're a challenge or have, less tangible benefits, like Alicia's shop. I can see her passion for it, and I'm not so short-term as to let a few rocky market conditions make me lose faith. I've told her I'm in it for the long haul, and hopefully I will be. I have a detached 4-bedroom house in the centre of Buckingham. It's gated, backs onto the main A road, and has a large paved drive. I keep my silver Ford Mondeo locked away in the garage. I lease rather than buy. Part exchange for a new one every 2 years. This one's about a year old, and I keep it immaculate. I live alone since Donna moved out about 4 years ago. We bought the place thinking we might have children, so I kind of rattle around it. Never got on with pets or plants for that matter. The walls, carpets, furniture, all different shades of grey, and I do not allow clutter to accumulate. I sleep in a double bed and wake up at about 6 a.m. In front of me is a 6x3 print of Stonehenge at solstice. It inspires me as to what man can do when he puts his mind to something. I check my news feed and make a note in a black jotter as to any potential impacts on my investment. I keep them spread internationally, so there's always a market open for me to capitalise on. I've got brokers in New York, Sydney, Tokyo and London. In the morning, I'll drink a utilitarian coffee, black, no sugar, knock back some pills with a fresh orange juice, shower and dress for the day. I always wear a shirt when I'm working, and I'm always working. I put on my father's ring, the only piece of jewellery that I own. I check my diary for appointments, meetings, pictures and leads. I read through the trade press, take note of what our competitors are doing and any weaknesses they may have. I identify key, high-performing members of their teams and jot down potential acquisition strategies. It's now around 8 a.m, so I make my meal for the day. I used to make delicious cold-cut doorstep sandwiches, but recently I've had to eat a salad. Get in the car, put the radio on, radio 4 for business, radio 3 for pleasure, and head to the office.
You're 999 punches short of being Patrick Bateman.
I'm a bit chunkier than Patrick Bateman, unfortunately. There's no gym.
That's it. That's a Patrick Bateman minus the crunches.
Yeah, quite. So I'm in my Mondeo, driving from Buckingham to Milton Keynes. About a 20-minute drive.
No daily skincare regime then.
Unfortunately not, no.
Oh, okay, so you're driving.
The radio, there's a radio on. That could,
Okay. So can you give us a power roll if you would?
Power.
Please, someone fail it. Come on, someone fail it.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
I crash and die. There we go.
Takes the pressure off me.
You know how you're meeting your encounter?
So yeah, you're driving along, and then the limp hand of the unconscious prostitute at the side of you slides over and lands in your lap.
Oh, get out this car.
There's her fingernails are broken. There's blood on her hands, and her head lolls to one side, with only restrained by the seatbelt.
I mean, presumably this is going to have an impact on my driving. If I notice such a thing.
I guess you can make a sanity roll then.
Oh, I was thinking a drive roll first of all.
Well, you can see if you sanity and see if you can manage to.
Fair enough.
Less rolls are better, just so you know.
Ha!
Look at that!
Fine.
Oh, look at that!
This is
Yeah.
not the first prostitute.
It's a Friday. It's your
It's
Friday.
all the
treat.
time.
So yeah, it maybe gives you a start. Your car swerves a little bit, but you manage to stay calm. Like keep the car under control. Just wiggles a little bit, and as you take a deep breath, you see the seat is empty.
Where did you leave her?
In the boot. He thought she'd escaped.
Still chained to the radiator. It's all good. It's all good.
What do you do?
I mean, I continue driving, put the aircon on to blow some air in my face, maybe crank the window down a bit. Obviously I wasn't quite ready to leave the house. Yeah.
No, I think give us a Constitution roll as well. I think.
Constitution.
Yeah, why not?
I want to vomit in my lovely car. Oh, there you go.
Okay, so you feel the heartburn, the indigestion, that heartburn, that pain on your chest bone, quite suddenly flares up. But you manage to like gulp it down, even though when you gulp, it feels like you're swallowing glass, shards of glass. But you manage to go gulp some air down and slow and just manage to alleviate it, and following the advice, the breathing exercises, you manage to get calm, centered, and bring it under control, and eventually.
I'm a man who needs to be in control, and the fact that my own body is kind of revolting against me is not something that I am happy or comfortable with at all. So.
Okay. So how far have you got to drive?
I think it said it's about 20 minutes, 12 miles. It's not very far, Buckingham to Milton Keynes.
No. So is there any way you going? Have you any errands to perform on before you, or are you heading straight to the nearest car park and to the?
I think I've cleared my diary for the day, so I just want to get this over and done with.
Okay.
I didn't want to do it, but Alicia said it'd be nice to catch up with the others. I think after this meeting, Alicia and I are probably due for our monthly review of the accounts. So trying to kill two birds with one stone. We'll get this out of the way, move on, get the business done, and then I can get on with the rest of the day and check my investments and performance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you carry on your way towards your destination. Meanwhile, of course, your good friend Alicia. Where is Alicia travelling from, and what is her morning routine? What's she up to?
Today's a bit of an abnormal one. She's travelling from Stonehenge. Elisa Juco? Say Juco. She's travelling from Stonehenge. She's an antiques dealer, and she was working in London, Mayfair to be precise. But since she lost her husband, she didn't really see the point in staying in London and fancied relocating to be a bit closer to her pagan beliefs, and Stonehenge seems like the appropriate place to relocate. So she's gone around looking for houses and seeing what the cost of everything is and having a look around, basically. So she's travelling from there to Milton Keynes.
Where is it she's looking at houses?
In around the Stonehenge area.
Oh, right, okay.
Wiltshire.
Around Wiltshire.
Yeah.
And then travelling on from there.
Via train. She doesn't drive.
She doesn't drive. Okay. So, give us a power roll.
Actually, I like she does drive. Power roll. Did that do something?
Oh, that's a success as well. A hard,
Sweet.
extreme success. So you say you're looking at the houses before driving onto Milton Keynes.
Yeah, no, she'd done some house searching, and that's when she found out she had to go. She was going.
Oh right, okay.
So she's kind of on her way back.
Radio. So you're heading back, almost there. You've had probably had a text message, if not a phone call from Eric, who you're possibly looking forward to meeting up with again. And of course, you and Eric meet up quite probably on a semi-regular basis. And you're just coming up to a crossing in front of a roundabout on the outskirts of Milton Keynes, when you think it's a man. You can't tell from the like layers of filthy clothes that he's wearing. Just staggers out into the road in front of you, forcing you to slam the brakes on. And as you do, the glove compartment of your car just pops open, and the contents spills out. And amongst the usual junk that's in there, like some pens and notepads, business cards, a small little plastic bag of white pills falls onto the floor.
Alright, okay. And I'm just going to leave them there.
Okay.
I'm driving, I'm not going to bend down and pick them up. Well, I suppose I could pull over and have a look. I was on a train a minute ago.
Oh, sorry, we're on the train. Sorry. I misheard that. I thought you said you were then, and then decided you were driving.
No.
Okay, so well, let's say it was a taxi then from the train station, if in that case, and the taxi driver just like Sam, and these so you're probably sat in the back. In which case, they're like these pills fall out of the little pocket at the back of the seat. These pills just like drop out through like with the bottom of this pocket where the stitch had just come away.
I'll put down my 1984 by George Orwell and have a look at what these pills are.
So they're... give us a intelligence roll. Ooh. Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah! They're the good pills.
It looks... So you've seen some of these before. Maybe a certain someone. You caught a certain someone with some of these ones before. Been some time, but yeah, you recognise the like sort of imprinted design perhaps on the pills, and they look to be some kind of amphetamines.
I ain't taking them. Maybe for later. Alright, I'll put them in my pocket.
So as you as you reach down, you find you pick up this little plastic baggie. You notice there's a scrap of newspaper caught under the mat beneath your feet, and you can just see the headlines. It looks like it's from the Northampton Echo, one of the local papers, like around Milton Keynes. And you can just most of it's missing. It's torn away. It's wet, sodden. The writing's blurred. The print's blurred, and what looks like blood stains obscuring most of the text. Only the headline is visible. It's still legible on this, like, as you pick it up and it's just like this torn corner of a sheet, and it says, "Mystery surrounds disappearance of local man." You can make out the first few lines. Police are seeking information regarding the sudden disappearance of a local man, Michael Mick Harper, 46, a known figure in Northampton's homeless community, and then the rest is just illegible.
I'll put that in my pocket now.
And then then suddenly there's a bang on the window, and you notice the guy that was staggering across the crossing is like sort of fallen against the side of the cab, and the driver like, "What the fuck are you doing? Get away from the cab, you freak!" And you see, looking up, you see this like filthy dirt smeared face of this guy with long, dank strands of black hair obscuring most of his face, and it looks like his face is covered with scabs and heavily pockmarked, bad, twisted, rotten teeth, and you get a glimpse of eyes through these matted strands of hair, and you hear him say, "Do you hear them pleading in your dreams, Alicia?" And then the taxi just drives off, and leaving him staggering in the road behind you.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's a bit freaked me out.
Okay. So, you were all here in Milton Keynes at the Centre MK Shopping Centre. A familiar location to all of you from your college years. Across the way is a convenient travel lodge in which some of you may or may have not taken rooms, or they're certainly available if you need to. This is where Sarah has arranged for you all to meet in the Chat Time Cafe, or rather Kiki's Cafe, on the Midsummer Arcade. Another former hangout, renamed and refurbished. You're all sat together in a corner snug, beneath the glow of a neon sign that says "You, me, and a cup of tea." So people arrive one by one, or maybe in twos. Sarah is there to greet you. She's there ahead of everybody else. So who's the first to arrive?
Won't be me. I'm come from miles away.
I suppose whoever's closest. I'm imagining I'm arriving about 11:30.
Okay.
What
Then-
time are we supposed to be there? 12.
Yeah, it's between 12 and 1.
Okay. I will be arriving at 5 to 12.
Okay.
I'll probably be in the bookshop and the corner
Uh-huh.
until from about 11 o'clock. I'll be in the bookshop around the corner. 5 to 12, I will walk round and into the cafe.
Okay. And what about John?
I didn't leave myself much time for it, so I'll be just heading straight there. Imagine if there's no delays, about 1:45.
Okay.
I should be arriving around about that time.
Radio. And what about Eric?
If it was a midday appointment, I probably went to the office first to go and do some work, and then I did much more interesting things until my alarm went off and reminded me I had this god awful meeting to go to before my afternoon appointment. So I probably then just thought, well, fine, if I'm late, I'll just blame traffic. So I'll probably end up getting there at 12:15.
Okay.
I'm earliest, and I'll be there at 11:30. Solid.
Okay.
God, I hate being late.
Okay, so Alicia, you're probably there before Sarah then. So
Yeah.
So you all arrive at staggered times. Like I say, Alicia there is there to greet Sarah when she arrives, and as you kind of like saunter in over the next hour, half hour or so. You just engage in a bit of small talk, catching up on what you've been doing, what you are doing. Where are you now? What are you doing? What's your job? Are you married? Have you got kids? And you learn, Alicia, she's not married, but she's got 2 children. Older girl called Angelica, has just turned 18, and a younger son by the name of Sean, who's 9 years old.
Correct.
Can I show her my piece of newspaper with blood on it?
if you want.
Yeah. I found this covered in blood. What's going on?
Right, so you get out and it's just a piece of a crisp packet,
Dun, dun, dun.
just like a torn piece of a crisp packet. And it says, like, what are you talking about? Sarah. So this is Sarah.
Ooh.
She looks even shiftier than me.
Do I need sanity rules for that?
So Sarah is a shadow of her former self. I mean, it's a long time since it's been 20 plus years since it's about 20 years since you've last seen her in person. But she is just a shadow of her former self. Her hair is lank, her eyes are dark and sunken. In fact, she's wearing, apart from when she first greets you, she seems to prefer wearing sunglasses, and her face is pasted with badly applied and gaudy makeup.
You looking well, Sarah?
You're looking beautiful, babe. Been a long time, but the days haven't aged you at all.
It's so nice of you to say so, Alicia, and especially coming from someone like yourself. I know you're always keen to speak your mind. It says I'm so glad you could all make it. It means such a lot to me. It's just great to see you all again. It's just see your faces.
Did you like reach out to all the 13 and like we all supposed to be here or?
Oh yes, the others they send an apology. They're not able. I don't think they'll be able to make it today. But Melinda says she's away. She's got a job, a job interview, new job for trying to get a job at a new paper or something down in London. And so she said she might try and make it later in the weekend, over the weekend, and.
Well, there you go.
And Mark as well. He said he'd try and be here, but at least you're here. It's so good to see you. You don't know what it means. So how have you been? How have you all been?
Well, this is all slightly uncomfortable, isn't it?
It is that slight, it's just like uncomfortable.
Oh, it's one of them cafes. God.
Oh, I need to remove somebody from the scene who's not here. He's not here. Surely.
How have you been, Sarah? What have you been up to? The last 20 years? God, 20 years.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's ups and downs. Like I say, I've got two great kids. Got Angelica, she's a young woman now.
God, time flies, doesn't it? Yeah. Absolutely flies.
Do none of you have children?
Oh, what?
No, didn't work out.
Oh,
It wasn't really on the cards for me.
Not really got. What made you come up with this reunion? I guess. Then I'm starting to worry that this is some sort of elaborate flim flam, and she's about to launch into some sort of pyramid scheme.
It's a tragedy.
Normally, way with old friends from school suddenly wanting to reconnect.
Yeah, I am highly
It's a
suspicious.
puzzling
because-
opportunity.
Yeah.
So she's as she's talking, she's constantly like fidgeting, like with her hands and pulling at her clothes and checking her sunglasses. She says, "Well, you all remember David Barber? He got married to Bridget. You remember Bridget? So they got married not long after we finished college. But of course, how could you forget? We were all in that stupid club after all, weren't we? Well.
Stupid club.
It's been quite a while. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess I remember David.
Oh, the
I haven't
hijinks
thought
of
about.
youth,
Time ago though.
Is he coming along? Are they coming along, David and Bridget?
Well, I don't think so. I haven't invited him, man. I wanted to speak to you, because I need your help.
Okay, here we go.
Here it is.
So, well, the thing is, me and David, we kind of had our own relationship. We've had something going on now for the past 12 years or so.
12 years?
Yeah. Bridget doesn't know.
Okay.
Bridget doesn't know anything about it.
Why do we have to know?
Well,
It's a bit random calling people from 20 years ago. to divulge us?
Got to tell us of the indiscretions of the last 12 years.
I mean, you could write to Dear Deirdre or something, or is that still going? I don't know.
It's a little bit more complicated than that. I didn't know who else to turn to. See,
I mean, listen to anyone rather than us. I'm more about get involved in your relationship issues, Sarah. If you know, it's way
don't say that. Don't say that, Eric. I didn't know who else to turn to, and I just thought that you of all people, you'd be able to, you'd know.
What? Tell
No,
Richard that you and David are
no.
running off together.
You see, about 10 years ago, David came to me with this idea that he wanted us to have something special. He wanted us to have a Moonchild together.
Oh, what?
A Moonchild, a child of the goddess.
Moonchild.
So you can make a cult rule. All of you should somehow have level of occult. Oh, Ray. Oh, John. Eric, yeah.
Ooh.
Not do anything.
I mean, I know when I was down in Glastonbury,
Yeah,
there's a thing called
you rolled twice.
the Indigo
And you
Children,
passed twice.
and there's a thing about they had this ritual, and everyone just kind of like had sex at the same time, and if they were good, and whoever conceived that night was going to be like an indigo child, and they were going to like bring in the next generation. I have no idea where that went to.
So yeah,
you don't know a lot about them nowadays.
It's something like that. So
I think you're not talking
Moonchild.
about the seventh son of a seventh son.
No, it's not. It's something. It's something similar, but not as auspicious as that. So you know that a Moonchild. The term Moonchild is means a child that is conceived during a magical ritual, and a child that will mark that child to grow up to have a strong connection to the mother goddess and be a source of magical energy and inspiration.
I mean, you were just trying to get into your pants, but this was like 2 years into your relationship, wasn't it? So...
Have you thought about discussing your tendencies to be with destructive personalities?
I know, John. I'm just everything's a mess. I'm just a mess. It's
Have you made no friends in 20 years? That concerns me a
Have
little.
you thought about getting some professional help?
Well, this is why I've
Yeah,
called.
they're not showing up.
I'm an accountant. I don't know how that's going to help you. I mean, I can look at your books, make sure you look at your budgeting, see if you and Angelica and Sean have got enough to live on if you're doing that sensibly. But ultimately, you've got to pull yourself up. Are you working at the moment?
Yeah, I was working at a school as a teaching assistant, but things haven't been good. Things with David haven't been good. Now, the stress of it all, I
things
lost
with a
my
married
job.
man tend not to be good. That's usually the indicator.
Better.
A bit slow on that one.
Oh, mate, for some reason my character sheet was unlocked, and now it's locked.
I know how it all sounds. It's but you're gonna think me stupid and weak. But anyway, he persuaded me. I agreed. I went to go ahead, and I gave birth to a son 9 months later. And he's a special boy, blessed by the goddess, here to do her work. I'm sure you'd like him. My Uncle Sean. But recently things haven't been going so well between me and David. David's become so aggressive and unreasonable. He wants to take my son Sean away from me. He says that Sean would be better off living with him and Bridget, but he's crazy. I don't know what's wrong with him. It's just all too much. I think he's ill.
Well, one of you is.
And she just like bursts into hysterical tears, and the guy over on the counter the counter comes over. Is everything all right?
Yeah, fine. We're just yep. That's...
Emotional reunion. So, I haven't seen her for 20 years.
She says, well, okay. If you need anything, just. And he kind of just nods and walks back, keeps glancing over. And by this time, Sarah's kind of sort of composed herself a little bit. She says, okay. And she kind of lowers her voice a little bit. But that's not the worst of it. That's not the worst. He says the goddess has spoken to him and demands more payment. He says the goddess demands payment in blood. And David has chosen the members of the society as his targets.
What?
He's already done things. Stacy, you remember Stacy? She's in the madhouse. He did this to her. And look at me. And she just like holds herself up, and she's just like first time really. I mean, she looks a state, but the first time you really see how bad she is. She's just like a skeleton. The claws are hanging off her, and she just looks really unwell.
When was the last time you saw David?
Oh, just a few days ago. Just a few days ago.
Okay. Can you get out of? I mean, where does he live now? Is he local still, or?
Oh, yes, he lives. Let me have a look. He lives over in Eaton Leys. It's just only about 4 miles away from my house.
Okay, well, you need to get away from him.
I can't. I haven't got the money. The place I can barely afford to. The place we're living in. It's David. It's dangerous. I don't know what's happened to him. I think remember he had that mental breakdown. I think it's happening again. This isn't. And
is there a reason why you haven't called the police?
What did he end up doing? I mean, I kind of lost track. I mean, he was a genius. You know, he was like top of the class in math and everything. Wasn't he working in the stock market or something? Or
he works in. He has a job with some IT firm. But I think he's. I think he's on medication from his doctor. But and it says.
Hang on a minute. Did you say he was coming after us?
She kind of nods without like tears starting to appear at the corner of her eyes, and she looks towards Alicia with this look, this really sympathetic, sad look on her face, and she kind of takes hold of Alicia's hand. And you can feel her hands are cold and clammy. You feel her like bones in her fingers. It says, I'm so sorry, Alicia. I know this may be hard to hear, but how do you think Gary died? Surely you can see it doesn't make sense. David killed him.
Are you batshit crazy? Are you serious right now?
She killed him. He told me. He said if I don't do what he says, then something bad will happen, like what that happened to Gary.
Alicia just bursts out crying. She just cries her off.
Okay. All right, Sarah. That's enough now. You're upsetting Alicia.
For the sake of my son and your own lives, you've got to help me.
What exactly are you asking us to do?
I need you to help me. David wants to take my son away. He wants to hurt you. He wants to hurt all of us.
I mean, you need a family lawyer. None of us. I don't know. John, Ray,
And
you lawyers?
And a restraining order.
I can't go to the police. This is why I asked you here. I thought you'd understand. I thought you'd be able to help.
Don't know exactly what you want us to do.
You dragged me all the way to Milton Keynes to tell me my husband was killed by this fucking lunatic.
Yeah, why haven't you rung the police?
I can't. I'm sorry. You must think I'm stupid. I've made a mistake. I need to go home. I need to go. Sean will be home soon. And she starts like shoving things into a purse and like dropping things and
No, don't go anywhere. I want my answers. I want answers. What happened? Tell me what he told you. Exactly what he told you.
He told me. He says. He said if I don't do what he said, then something bad will happen. Like it happened to Gary. He says, what do you think happened to Gary? He says, the goddess has given me power. He says, I can't.
I need to see this man.
You say he lives about 4 miles away.
4 miles from where I live, yes, in Eaton Leigh. With Bridget and his son Michael.
Ray, you're local, Ray. How far is that from here?
It is about.
How far away?
It's less than 10 miles from the city centre. It's kind of one of the like posh suburbs.
Are you suggesting we just go knock on his door and get this over and done with while we're here?
So,
Can't believe after 20 years we're getting dragged into some.
I didn't know else. I didn't know else to turn. I
Family.
didn't know else to do. You know, David. You know what he's like. I just.
Well,
didn't know.
no, we don't. We haven't
honestly,
spoken to him for 20 years.
Some of us have moved on in life. Like,
I haven't thought about him for 20 years.
Says, I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. I should never have asked you. You know.
Do you have a phone number for him?
well, you're bound to if you're in contact all the time. Like, don't start acting coy now. It's not going to help.
Yeah, you must have his mobile number or something.
I've got his. Yeah, I've got his phone number. Yes.
Well, we could make a call. I mean, you're right. We don't just like turn up in his house and unplanned. But we could give him a call. I don't know exactly what that's going to achieve, but at least we can get his side of the story.
Either he's a murderer or she's a fucking liar.
He's not a murderer. Gary's death was a tragedy, but he was on a motorbike. What's he going to have done? Like, I mean, I don't dwell on it.
So then she's a liar.
Says, I'm not lying. I'm not lying, Alicia.
Okay. All right, Sarah. Have we got Sarah's mobile number?
Sarah's number. Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll have Sarah's number because she.
We'll have her number so we can contact.
So
Okay.
I says, I'm so sorry. I just didn't know where else to do. I didn't know where else to turn to. She kind of goes, like pauses mid-sentence, and you can all make a. Let's see. Would it be a spot hidden or a psychology roll? I guess one or the other.
Psychology. It's funny about that.
Spot hidden.
Whoa!
Pass on. Pass on.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, John,
I'm putting David's number into my phone because I'm not really paying attention to her.
cool. So, John,
On the ball.
you notice she just her face just goes slack and her head only barely noticeable, but her head kind of lolls a little bit, and there's a vacant. For a moment, just for a moment, there's a vacant look in her eyes, as if almost trance-like. And then she kind of blinks. And who got to Ray? So Ray, oh wow, that's an extreme success. So Ray and Alicia, you see this kind of like dazed look. She's just like suddenly stops. This kind of dazed look on her face, and then she kind of snaps out, and as she does, as she straightens up, Ray, maybe you're not sure if it's like a trick of the light, or like the spotlights in, or reflecting off her eyes, but as she suddenly like sort of straightens up, you could swear you caught the reflection of a figure in her eyes. This hunched figure with lank, greasy black hair stood behind Eric.
I'll turn and look.
You can see is Eric's just there. There's just to his side. There's nobody there. You can make a sanity roll.
Nobody there. Oh, Piers.
And like I say, she suddenly like she kind of blinks. Oh, you're fine. It was must be just a trick of the light. And as she blinks, she says, "Oh,
What, Ray? What are you looking at?"
Something else. So, Alicia, you can see, and John, you can see that something had disturbed Ray. So like he has kind of a look. For a brief moment, there's like a look of shock on his face. But like I say, Sarah kind of like blinks and says, what am I thinking? You have to forgive me, Eric. I'm so sorry. How have you been? You must be terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I made partner and got a nice portfolio of BTLs. Not married. Was once, didn't work out. Move on.
No, I mean, you're not well, are you?
It's fine. It's fine. These things happen. I've got prognosis is good. I don't like to dwell on it. Shouldn't really have made that post on Facebook, to be honest. And I did take it down immediately afterwards, and didn't really think anyone had paid any attention to it. But yeah,
Eric,
I take a couple.
Close. What's
No,
wrong with
well,
you?
obviously, obviously, I've told you, Alicia. I just didn't want to, blazing it around. Yes, I've got a bit of an issue. I'm having to take some pills to keep it down. But as I say, 1 in 3 people has some form of cancer at some stage. This is mine. So I'm just going to beat this, get over it, and then just get on with my life. I don't want to make a fuss about it.
I never saw any. I'm not on Facebook. I haven't got. And she looks a little bit confused. I just need to go to the bathroom. And she kind of staggers to her feet, bangs it, collides with the table briefly, almost knocking the drinks from the table, and then heads off to the bathroom.
I'm gonna go in slightly behind her. Just
Okay, we need to get social services involved. You've got kids. She is not suitable to be looking after kids.
I think she's on some sort of medication. She's not well.
Start craving loony, that's what she is.
You guys do what you got to do. I'm gonna follow her into the bathroom, slightly behind her.
Girl talk.
Well, make sure she doesn't do anything stupid more than anything.
He needs to do something.
Lost what?
Oh. Lost what?
Lost everything on Twitch.
On Twitch. Oh, wow.
There we go. Back in.
Was it back? It's not back on mine.
Yep, back now.
It's looking... Sorry, here. Oh, wait. It's went on the ad.
So, yeah, the text basically says, David, it's Eric Wilson from university. Just had a very disturbing conversation with Sarah. Can we meet up? I'm in MK today until about 5.
Is that what you're presenting to everybody else, or are you just?
I mean, I'm kind of thinking I just want to nip this in the bud. You know, just work out. You know, John's got his stuff he's going to do with social services. I mean, realistically, if he comes back and says yes, come around, I'll invite the others to come as well. But I'm just basically shooting from the hip and sending that text off.
Okay, so yeah, you're not consulting. You just send it off. You're not like consulting with the others.
I'm actually going to ring my supervisor.
Okay. You're going to ring
because rather than the expedite matters.
You're already down in Kent, aren't you?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It can be crossed. It's better to ring when you're involved in a situation. You're better to ring your supervisor and go through the channels that way, and then you have it documented.
Okay.
Get advice on how to proceed.
Okay, so you're tapping out this text. What's Dave doing? What's Ray doing?
I'm going to see if I can find David on like LinkedIn or find out who he's working for if he's in IT.
Okay, it gives a computer use or library use.
Oh, I think we'll go with computer use, please. Oh.
Okay. So yeah, he's employed by a firm here in Milton Keynes. You've heard of them? It's called Hypertech. You find him on the employer's register. Yeah, he's a kind of middle mid-level in the company.
High enough to be dangerous and too high to be useful.
No, he's not. Kind of just an average employee, not
promoted out of his incompetence.
Not not at a high level at all. Just a typical, just an average employee. Nothing special within the company.
Well, I'll make a note of where he works as well, just in case we need to track him down at work.
Okay.
I'll have a bit of a gentle dig, see if I can find anything else out about him, on social media or any other.
Okay. So, anywhere in particular? So, social media looking? Or?
Yeah.
Oops.
I mean, I don't think
I'm assuming anything else is going to be clever enough not to use, same email addresses
Bridget was quite an
or
open-minded
anything
woman.
actually dodgy.
But I don't think she'd be too keen on him bringing a 12-year-old over, saying, "Oh, by the way, this is a child I've had with a woman that I've been having an affair with for 12 years." I think that's going to put a crimp in their relationship,
You'd have thought.
unless she's all up for it.
Okay, so meanwhile, then, so John, you get on the, you getting straight onto the phone, yeah, that's what you said.
Yep.
Okay, so you get on the phone to your office and speaking to your superior.
And I give him the details of names that I have now, explain that we're in university together. She's randomly called a group of us because we used to chum about. But, however, here is the situation. I explain about the affair, how long it's been going on for, and David, who has been committed before due to mental health issues, can't speak of now, but all of a sudden is making these threats out of the blue. Obviously, as there's children involved, I'm obliged to report this.
Okay, so
What's the is it better going through or contacting the office?
so what's the name of your superior, your contact at work?
Let's go with Deirdre.
Deirdre. Okay, so Deirdre's like, yeah, she's like, oh, she's she shows a usual level of professionalism. She's she's clearly concerned, and she's takes all the details, all the relevant details from you. You go through the procedure. You know the drill. And she tells you that she'll get this. She'll get in touch with the local authorities and get something done about this.
CPO might need a or protection order might need to be issued. If this is like she's here now, she does not look well. There's possible use of substances. I can't confirm that, obviously, but she's definitely not in a well state of mind. I don't know how real or not, but like I said, it's not good.
Okay, so so you're probably on the phone for a good 5-10 minutes. Obviously, keeping an eye on the door. Keep an eye out for Sarah coming back. But yeah, so you go through the motions and pass on all the details, and she's gonna contact all the relevant authorities and put start things in motion. So meanwhile, Alicia, you follow Sarah into the toilets. I mean, by the time you get there, she's kind of like sort of stood, hands on the sinks, and she's her shoulders hunched and her head down, the hair hanging down into the sink, and she's just quietly sobbing.
Alright, cool. I want to know all the details. I want to know everything you know. Tell me.
What do you want to know, Alicia? I mean, about Gary, about what he said.
Yeah, exactly. About
That's all I know. Like say, when I told him he couldn't have Sean, he threatened me. He said if I tried to stop him, he'd do what did to Gary.
But why Gary? He was nothing to do with this. He had nothing to do with this. Why Gary? Why was he?
I don't
involved?
know, Alicia.
Has there been anyone else? Do you know of anyone else that has been threatening, killing?
Well, Stacey, she's in the madhouse.
Maybe we need to go and pay her a visit as well. And you're telling me the truth. This is everything you know is the truth, yeah?
You can make a psychology roll if you wish.
Oh, no, apparently.
Oh. That's honestly. I just didn't know. I'm so sorry. You must think I'm stupid. I just didn't know who else to turn to. No one else understands David like we do. Just look at me. I'm just a mess. I don't know what. I need to get home. Sean will be home soon, and she just turns suddenly, and you can see there's like makeup's all just streaming down her face. And you see as she turns, you can see there's like bruises. There's bruises all up her right arm, and what looks like finger. Some of the bruises look like finger mark, like as if somebody's like really grabbed hold of her and shook her violently.
Was it him?
So when you do that, she pulls her sleeve down. She says, "What?
Don't act coy now."
When I told him he couldn't have Sean, he got angry. He got violent. He threw me against the wall. I've got to go. Sean will be all on his own. And she like just grabs the things and dashes out.
I'll follow her and tell her she can't go. She can't let you go on your own. No one else. Because if you are telling me the truth, then you need help. You'll end up dead.
Right. Well, she stops and she just like turns and she just grabs you and just hugs you. She says, "Oh, thank you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't know who else to turn to. It. Everything's all gone to shit." And you all see this. Sarah comes running out and Alicia's following her, and she just turns and and they're hugging. So David does not appear to have any social media presence at all. Or not that you can find.
Okay. But that's probably about all I can do on the phone.
Yeah.
Guess when I get back home, I can probably have a bit more of a dig. See if I can have a rootle around in the darker recesses of the internet for any trace of him.
Okay, so Sarah's like I say, she's hugging Alicia and sobbing, and she tries to compose herself, and she's wiping the tears running and smearing the makeup all down her face. I need to get back. Sean I can't leave. He's going to be on his own. I need to get back home. And she starts heading towards the door.
Guys, I don't think it's wise that we let her go.
How are you getting home, Sarah?
I was going to walk it.
I can give you a lift. Anyone else want a lift to Sarah's house?
I'm coming. Not letting her go.
Yeah, I think we'll all go together, may as well.
Oh, fine, okay.
Are we planning on
How big's your motor?
going to David's?
It can take 5. It can take 5. It's fine. I mean, you're quite slender, Alicia, so you can go in the
I
back.
thank you.
Yeah, so I've parked in the multi-story, on the 3rd floor, wherever. So take it back to the car, pay for the parking, and follow directions.
I guess it all counts as research.
It's fine. I can take you guys
I have
back
to
to the
admit,
train.
this isn't quite as much fun as I was expecting it
I can
to be.
take you back to the train or bus station afterwards. We'll just make sure that her son's okay. also have a look at see what kind of environment she's been raising as well.
Okay, so you all eventually get into Eric's car. And Sarah gives you, between the sobs and apologies, she gives you she directs you to her home.
She's got an 18-year-old daughter. She's got to be able to look after him as well.
That's located on a housing estate in Fishermead. So you can. Is anybody who's local? I can't remember. Which?
Yeah, I'm local.
Okay, so Fishermead. You know.
I think I'm the only one who's local.
Yeah. So Fishermead is one of the most depressed areas in Milton Keynes. In fact, it's amongst the 3% most depressed areas in the country.
I don't feel comfortable taking my car here.
So she gives directions to this housing estate in Fishermead.
Maybe they'll think I'm a protected drug dealer or something, and get with it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Take
me back to Peterborough.
We're missing a character on the screen. Oh no, we're not there. They just pushed off the bottom. Let's drag it up here. There we go. We need to get rid of here. We go to not here. Radio. And of course we got Sarah. So you pull up in front of Sarah's house in this depressed housing estate in Fishermead. So there's a couple of abandoned cars on the street, groups of hooded youths loitering on the corners, around the alleyways that run parallel and round the backs of the housings, various houses.
Any of them eyeing up my car?
They certainly take notice of your arrival. You can make and as you get out of the car, you can make a spot hidden roll for all of you.
Oh, no doubt.
Okay, so John and Alicia, as you get out of the car, and Sarah starts fumbling in a clutch bag, this tatty clutch bag for the keys to the house, while she's sort of making her way down the path, stepping over the rubbish. You notice a couple of these
goddamn shanty town.
These hoodies. You're not sure if you can't tell if they're. You think they're lads. Can't be sure. But you get the impression that from how they react as you get out of the car, maybe they're trying to maybe they call over, but you get the impression that they're familiar with Sarah.
Friends of yours, Sarah?
I'll just nod and say, friends of yours?
She just, I don't know. Angelica and Sean. There are a lot of kids around, and she kind of cuts off and gets the starts unlocking the door.
I'm texting this address the Deirdre.
Okay.
I mean, she was a teacher's assistant. Maybe they knew her from school.
I'm looking around, going, teaching assistant.
Didn't do a good job.
Things aren't adding up.
Okay. And she opens the door. She kind of hesitates for a moment, before, like, she got the door half open, hesitates for a moment. She goes, "Oh, so just give me a moment," and she like kind of squeezes in through the door and shuts it.
Tidy up, obviously. God knows what we're going to see in there.
Leaving you all stood on the path. And there's like this group of lads who's clearly can see as a group of lads. They come like sauntering past, walking with that kind of swagger. And one stops and says, "You friends of Sarah's?" "Oi! You friends of Sarah's?"
What's it to you?
We're asking. What do you want? What's it to you?
You're asking us a question.
You friends of
I don't know who
Sarah's?
you are.
Yeah, do you know?
Fine, yes, we're friends. We're not with the council. We're not with the government or the police or anything.
Child support
We're just friends.
agency.
Yeah.
You haven't found your dad.
Yeah, we're not here to take your kids away. Yeah.
Tell Sarah she owes me. She still owes me 20.
What do you mean owes you?
Are you stupid? She owes me. Owes me cash. Money. 20. Tell her. Huh?
Quit. Right, okay. See
There's
you
your 20 quid. Now fuck off.
Right, he takes it and kind of they all exchange let a glance and let her kind of like yeah, and then just carry on walking off down the street. Fuck you.
prick.
So I think we found where Sarah's been getting her drugs from.
Yeah, I'm sort of putting two and two together here, seeing a bit of a substance abuse, sort of possible prostitution. All sorts of things are going to my mind just looking at the whole scenario. I'm like, this woman's a mess.
But whatever's going on, I don't think David's helping. Okay, she might be making most of this up, but I mean, unless she's completely obsessing about the guy and has never actually met him in the last 20 years.
Yeah, we
She may
don't
have
know.
fabricated the entire thing, or she might be seeing someone else who she believes is David, or
Anything's possible. She's hurting.
It all just seems a bit weird getting us all here after 20 years. You know.
I don't know, maybe she's looking at an old picture or
Kind of.
something. But yeah, has David come back on my text?
No.
Okay.
On my journey, I found a pot of pills. And they just appeared as if out of nowhere. I've still got them in my pocket. I reach in my pocket and grab what I thought was the pot of pills
Tic Tacs.
to show everyone.
It's just a tube of mints.
Whoa, okay. Steady on. You can overdose on
Are
those
they
things. and be
triple or
fresh
triple
for-
X? Oh, steady on. Easy.
Okay.
I mean, you know, that's not funny, Patricia, okay? Yeah, she could be in serious distress here.
I think she is. Look, you don't know where the mind goes if somebody's in trouble, and maybe just harken back to the old days where maybe the last semblance of stability while we were drunken students. I'm trying to figure that one out myself, but
Oh
maybe
god, we're going to
happier
walk in
times.
and find a dead child, aren't we?
Oh, shouldn't laugh at that. That's so
Oh,
funny.
Sean, wake up! We've got visitors. Ah.
Been there for
Oh,
about 3
dear.
weeks. Blue.
Is she coming back?
That's why she calls him Moonchild, because he's a shade of blue.
You can all make a spot hidden as well.
See,
Oh,
I think
by the
we
way, if they
just
come back after
should
for
go
another
in.
country,
We
we are
can't
fighting.
Ooh.
It's a fail.
Oh,
Fail.
Three. Who got three?
Ooh.
Oh,
Who
I
got the
found that
fancy
one.
dice?
So John and Ray's pass. Okay, Ray's got a fail. Okay.
Oh, like it knocked. Is that- Okay.
Okay, so while you stood there still waiting, you can hear the sound you can hear sounds like clattering, somebody clattering about inside. You suspect that, as Eric said, you suspect that she's maybe trying to maybe she's trying to tidy up, make the place look a bit more presentable. Who knows? But John and Ray, so you see in the just happen to look across the street to the an identical row of houses on the opposite side of the street, and an identical alleyway that runs down the side of it. There's a lamp post, the light broken, the metal cover for the electrics wrenched off, and the remains of the wiring from the inside hanging out. The wooden fences that line the alleyway that's along the backs, that runs along the sides, and the back gardens of the houses are beaten, smashed up, some pulled off, graffiti covering the floor and the walls. And at the back corner of this alleyway, just kind of loitering on the corner, almost under a shadow of this large elm tree that's that's really overgrown, long due past due, being trimmed back, cut back. You see this figure. At first, you think it's one of these kids in the hoodies, but then you, Ray, you can see it looks like a homeless guy. He's like there. He's got this kind of hoodie on, but then he's got this like dirty like creased raincoat, black raincoat on, and these boots with only partially laced up, maybe a couple of sizes too big. Tracksuit bottoms that have got holes in the knees. You can see he's like dirt encrusted hands, and because even from here you can see the black fingernails, like dirt and filth under his fingernails.
Does he look like Alice Cooper?
A bit like Alice Cooper from Prince of Darkness, yeah.
Yeah, like we're going to start seeing a few more of these. I started looking up and down the street going, I just sort of nudge back and go, folks, we're starting to attract a bit of attention here.
Yeah, I think we need to go in.
We either need to go in or we need to leave.
She's tidying up, but
yeah, we
Bless her,
are.
I don't think what you can do.
5
Yeah,
minutes of like.
Well, she might have passed out or anything, to be honest. Is the door locked, or is it?
So try and do it. It is not locked, no.
Okay, so it's like so then. Fine. So open it,
We were just
push
gonna
it.
boot it in anyway.
Boot it in.
So you're going, what are you doing? You all going in?
Yeah.
Actually, I'll sort of nod the air and go, might seem like a bit of a strange request, but you might want to drive around the block. I'm not getting a good feeling here.
It's fine. We're not going to be that long. We're just going to check that she's safe. Check her. There's no issues.
We don't want to hang around here. I just got that feeling.
Oh yeah. I think we all got that feeling.
And I don't think leaving the car unattended for any length of time is going to be good. I look up. There's no other cars in the street, is there?
No, apart from two that are obviously not wrecks, but what they're probably up on bricks, tires removed.
Yeah, so a car
windows
with four wheels
smashed.
and a working engine.
It has an alarm. It has a highly sensitive alarm.
I don't think that matters here.
And flamethrowers on the end of the bottom.
Or what in RoboCop?
South African style.
What do
No,
you call that? Something 2000, Trevor?
Oh, I don't know. But it does emit like a high-pitched shrill noise.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
that.
Which
Get off
basically
your bastards! Get off your
pisses off
bastards!
Yeah. But also, I mean, maybe we can find David's address as well, because he's not come back to me on the phone.
Yeah, right. Let's get this over and done with. I've already put a call in. This is not. It's going to be dealt with even
Sure,
after
okay.
you leave.
Okay, just 2 minutes. Just check she's okay, hasn't passed out, and that her son is okay. I mean, she's got an 18-year-old daughter. Is she not around?
If she's any sense, she's making her plans to leave.
Get out.
So talking of 2 minutes, I'm just going to take a 2-minute break.
Oh, sure.
Sounds good. Teacup needs filling.
Yep.
Ow.
So yeah, we're back in. We're back in 2. Okay. So did we say that you were all heading inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sarah, we're coming in.
I was going to say, just a moment.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll take you as we find you. Okay.
Yeah, we're attracting a bit of attention out there, so I think we best be.
So the door opens into like, well, can't even call it a hallway. It's pretty much, excuse me, a door to your left and right, and stairs leading up to the first floor in front of you. So the doorway to your left is, well, there's no door. The door's gone. It's just an open doorway that opens into like a kitchen dining room area. You presume the door to your right must go into a sitting room, a lounge or something. You can hear the sound of a telly, possibly like sound of video games being played.
So at least she's got a TV license. There's something.
Oh, they got a TV license. Is someone here already, Sarah?
It's just Sean is home early. Yeah. So I'm sorry, you'll have to excuse the mess. I wasn't expecting guests.
It's fine. What about your daughter? Where's she?
I don't know. Alicia's not here. She's probably out with friends. She's not here very often. She'll be back later. So this house is cramped and dirty. I mean, it's a small house, but it's made small by the crap and detritus that's just piled up. And the floor there's no carpet apart from there's carpet on the stairs, though it's quite threadbare. It's worn all the way through in places to the point that you can see the wooden boards of the stairs through it. But the rest of the floor, you can see the hallway and the kitchen dining room to which you step through to where Sarah is lined with a scuffed linoleum. God, I can't.
Linoleum?
Yes. Linoleum floor, which your feet stick to with each step.
Oh, it's a lovely place then.
And you can see the floor is dirty, particularly in the along the skirting boards and corners. It looks like people. Sarah must make a half-hearted attempt to clean up. Sweeping round the sort of the central floor, but not round the edges. So the dirt, and for some time, so the dirt and grime is like accumulated in the corners and along the bottom, around the skirting boards. It's like thick with dirt and hair. And
Wear the chain I forged in life. I made it link by link and yard by yard. I girded it on my own free will. On my own free will, I wore it.
And there's a curious, thickly sweet smell.
Not exactly what I was expecting.
So there's a curious, sickly sweet smell that pervades the entire house, which you can't seem to trace. It doesn't seem to come from any particular spot. It just seems to like permeate the entire house. But it's a smell that that shouldn't be present in a family home.
Question: when we were all together in our heyday, was she the type that her dorm room was tidy or messy and like plates and stuff?
Yeah, oh, she
This-
was. She was.
Is this like a progression of the character that we knew, or is this completely?
No, this. She was never like this. She was bubbly. She was, she was always well organized, tidy,
She was,
well liked.
yeah, she was like a college administrator or some such.
So, I guess
Not what I had in mind at all.
the delightful Sean is here, playing on his video game.
Oh, she's it's Sean. It's such a lovely boy, my Moonchild, and she tries to kind of moves, trying to like direct your attention away from the kitchen, the like piled up pots and the greasy scummy water in the sink, and the
I might need to make a Stanley rule out of character right now.
and piles of like dirty, with dried food, like covering like almost every inch of the counter.
Jesus Christ.
And she leads you back across the hallway and opens the door. And she opens the door. There's the sound of the sound of this loud noise of somebody playing on video games, and you see hunched, sort of knelt on the floor, sat on the haunches in the middle of the floor, with a completely at odds with the rest of the room. This huge, looks brand new. This huge, ridiculously huge flat screen telly, and the latest, like PlayStation 5.
Good choice.
In front, on the floor, and there's a little kid.
It's always the way, isn't it? Fucking hell.
Let's see. Where is he? Where is he? Sean. Sean. This is Sean. He's just a young, sweet, little boy. He likes. He looks. He looks like the 8-9 years old that Sarah says he is.
Okay. No sores, no missing teeth.
No, not at all.
Bit young to be playing.
Got a
these
bit of a
ultra
weird ear
violent
going
video
on.
games.
Okay, Sarah, I'm going to ask you a question, right? Do you owe money to anyone?
So that's
Because they're not cheap. Those things aren't cheap.
That's just what it's about. Do you think I brought you here for money? Do you think I'm asking you for money? Do you think that's what it is? That's what this is about?
I mean, at
You
one
sound
stage
like-
I did.
My God, do you think I've asked you all this way just to try and get money out of you?
No. I mean, at one stage I did, but now I think we genuinely need to help you. I'm concerned that you might owe money to some bad people. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Nice.
And there's ways we can.
I'm not going to say this, but beginning to think David might have a point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe we should take Sean. That wouldn't be weird at all.
Oh god. Yeah, no.
boss him. I mean, you're looking to move up. You're looking to move out of where you are, and you have to go all the way down to Wiltshire. Alicia, you could move in with me, and then we could look after.
You
just
flirting with me?
No, obviously not. No, I mean, I've got it's a big house. I've got four bedrooms. We nothing. No, never anything like that. No.
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
I can't do that. I can't leave David.
You can't leave David.
No, I love him.
Do you have any evidence of this relationship that you have with David? Any photos? Any letters? tattoo.
So Sean kind of looks over this. And he kind of like,
Obviously, he's a boy. I mean, but we don't know if he looks like David. We haven't seen David for 20 years. So if you had a photo, that might help.
like I said, Sean looks over. Mom, I'm trying to play my games. It's all right, Sean. We'll go. And she kind of ushers you out of the
Know your place, boy.
living room.
Not your PlayStation. Yeah. Sorry, not in front of the kid. But do you have any evidence or anything?
There's just a photo around here somewhere. Do you want a cup of tea?
No fucking chance.
Not without a couple of shots first.
No, we've sure we'll have plenty at the coffee shop.
No, it's fine.
One lump of milk or two.
I've probably got something upstairs, and I'll be back in a moment, and she leaves you in this sort of kitchen dining room area, and you hear her go upstairs, and you hear a door open and close.
Judging by the shithole this house is, I don't think she'll be a moment.
I look out the window at the front just to check my car's okay.
Yeah, you can just about make it.
Kid.
Sorry?
It's on bricks already.
So you can just about see it through the grime that covers the glass, and you're kind of like wipe your hands as the net curtains are just like sticky with grease.
I'm like, Eric, I don't know if you want to invite this drama into your home. This needs professional help.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to the kid.
If she is seeing David on a regular basis, he needs to stay away because he is a toxic influence.
But not only that, there, if he is a man of means and he's been going over it, surely you'd have her set up better than this.
You're going to
with those trousers.
Go to it.
I drop out every now.
Camera shenanigans.
Maybe
David is a man of means. Surely would have her set up better.
Maybe David's.
Well, he's just a database administrator.
Or maybe
something.
David's trying to get the kid out of this.
Well, either way, we need to talk to David.
I look around and go,
David's
I'm not saying David is the villain here, and immediate.
Well, if he's been leading her on for the last 12 years, he's a fucking villain.
No, I mean right now, I'm looking around going, there's something not adding up here. There's something not adding up. This doesn't make sense.
Oh no, this is all too common.
Did they have a kid? Did they have a kid 12 years ago, and now David's trying to take the kid out of this?
9 years ago. Sean's only 9. 9 years ago. Maybe, Sean's only 9.
9 years.
But he's been in her life for the last 12 years. This isn't like a surprise. It's not like he's suddenly turned around.
Yeah,
this.
Yeah, I'm like, this isn't. Isn't a fortnight of not tidying up. This is a lifestyle.
Yeah, that's what Sarah said.
Yeah,
she says they've been in a relationship for a secret relationship for 12 years.
So I need to see proof.
Have they though?
Yeah, that's what she's supposed to be trying to find out first. A photo or something.
So is Ray? You say Ray's going to go and speak to Sean?
Yeah, I'm going to just try and make conversation with him about his game.
I don't do kids.
See what he's actually like. Is he chatty? Is he, does he seem happy? Surly?
Okay.
Responsive?
And what's the rest of you doing while Ray wanders off into? Yes, Alicia.
I don't want to venture upstairs. I've a sneaking suspicion when she's went up to get, and if I see that, that's it. I'll have to ring the police immediately. I get my mobile out, and I'm just going to discreetly take some pictures and send them to Deirdre.
Okay.
I-
shut down by social services.
I'm
Cool.
checking my work emails.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm taking photographs and I'm sending them to Deirdre of the house.
Okay.
I
Is,
regret this, but I need the toilet.
I would not advise that.
Yeah, no.
what, Alicia's going to the toilet?
Yeah, Alicia's
Really?
going to the toilet.
Okay. Okay.
What are you doing? Right,
Okay.
okay. I'd be
You're gonna
finding a
hover.
bush
You're
outside.
gonna
I think we'll all just stand and salute. Play the last post.
Piper up the airport. Okay, so anyway, Ray, you go back across the hallway, for want of a better word, into the room where Sean is playing on his video games. So he's dressed in a school uniform that looks quite although it looks like a hand-me-down. It's too too small for him. There's patches on the knees, and he's wearing sort of quite battered plimsolls instead of school shoes. But other
At
than
least
that,
he's going to school, though.
yeah, it looks like a typical kid. Although he is not home noticeably early. It's not 3 o'clock yet, but he's at home. Looked like he'd been here for a while. And he
Yeah, I'll
kinda,
just try and engage him in conversation about his game. And then, like, good day at school.
he looks at me and says, you a friend of Mum's?
How's tricks?
Yeah.
I knew your mum a long time ago.
All right. Okay.
Does she have a lot of friends round?
Yeah, there's always people coming and going around here.
Do you know, David?
David? Yeah, I know Dad. Yeah, he's my dad.
Does he come round a lot?
He comes round every now and then. He points us. He bought me the telly and the console.
Cool, telly.
Yeah, it's just good.
When did you see him last?
Last weekend.
Is there a picture of
Is he
him
like-
on the website for the company that he works for?
Oh, well, no, you'll have to ask Ray when he comes back.
Right.
Was there a picture on his LinkedIn?
I would imagine so. Yes, there probably was.
Pull it up on my phone and
Okay.
show it about.
I'll show you a picture.
Actually, I'll show it to the kid and go, "Is this your dad?" It's quite smart, doesn't he?
You'll think again. This is David.
Oh,
It's gone downhill a bit.
charismatic David.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is the man who convinced us to strip naked and run around a bird.
Yeah, he's seen better days. He's clearly put on a bit of weight, and his look.
This is like one of those high school reunions where you go back and like
Depressing, isn't it?
everyone's near death and somehow you're not, and you're looking going, "Hi."
Yeah.
We're Romy and Michelle.
Sometimes it's better to be the nerd.
That's my dad. Yeah, he works at the IT place, Hyper Tech or something. Can't
Are
hear you,
you
Dave.
interested in computers?
You mean computer games? I like this. This is. Says you visiting my mom?
Yeah. Yeah, we just walked in off the street, mate.
Well,
Yeah, we're just catching up old time.
I see a lot. There's lots of strangers come and go around here. Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, we knew your dad as well, back when we were younger.
Oh, you?
Probably going to go and see him.
Oh, did you used to do magic with
Catch up
him?
with him as well. Well, kind of messed about. All a bit of a laugh, wasn't it? Even magic.
My dad
What's
says
what's he told you about?
my dad says I'll be a good strong warlock one day.
Do you practice a lot? Any has your dad given you any cool books about it?
Nah, says I'm too young. He tells me about it. Says
Has your mum
I'm,
got any? Has your mum got any books?
maybe. Mum hasn't got a lot of stuff. She sold a lot of her things. We used to have a lot of things, but there's not much left. Probably the only thing that's worth anything is the telly.
Does your mum do magic as well?
Sometimes she talks about when she used to do magic with David and something called the 13.
That was us.
Oh. And then he kind of gets
What did,
and gets absorbed in a particularly difficult bit on his game, and seems to just like blank you out, at least for the moment. And Alicia, so you head up the stairs, and
Paying ultra much attention, paying very high attention to everything that's around me.
Okay.
I'm gonna call Sarah and ask her where the toilet is.
Okay, so you call out, and at first there's no answer, and then you hear Sarah's voice. It's just there, just across the landing. It's I'll be back in a moment. I'll be back down in a moment.
Okay, so I'm gonna follow her voice and like kind of peep round the corner to see where she is and what she's doing.
So at the top of the landing, it's just a small landing, slightly bigger than the hallway at the bottom of the stairs. To your left is an open door. Well, to your left is two doors. One door is open and goes into the bathroom, which looks equally clean. You can see from here. You can see like damp and mold covering the walls. Some of the tiles have come loose and are lying in a pile outside the bath. There's another door, presumably a bedroom door, just to your left, immediately to your left, next to the bathroom door, which is a sign, basically part of a cardboard box. It's torn off to make a sign, and in felt tip pen is they're in Sean's room.
Okay. And where did she go?
And then you hear Sarah come. Sarah's voice come from a door to your right, which is door slightly ajar.
Okay. I'm gonna just creak it up, open a bit, and have a look through, see what's going on.
Okay. What is Eric and John doing?
Like I said, I'd taken photographs and sent them to Deirdre, but basically just waiting. I think we need to go. Like, I don't know why we're here right now. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah. I mean, I might have a look around, see if I can find any letters or any indication, bills or kind of
Okay.
any like foreclosure letters or any like personal stuff that might be like letters from David or something. I think ideally I'd like to find something with David's home address.
Okay. I can make a spot hidden then. For Eric. Oops, on the right screen. Oh, that is a fail. You failed by 5. So do you want to push it, or you can spend the luck if you want? It's up to you.
I might luck it.
Okay, so you just click on it and like expand it, and there'll be the button to spend the luck.
I just spent 5 luck twice, but it's fine.
Right, says you want to do it. Well, anyway. Okay. So yeah, there's various. You find in amongst the like dirty crockery, you find like bills, reminders, a letter that's almost completely stuck to the worktop. Informing Sarah of a termination, a termination of a contract at school, and then you catch something catches your eye. You see like a piece of paper or something down the side in amongst the like gunk down in the gap between the refrigerator and the worktop. And pulling it out, it's covered. It's like got hair on it and it's sticky. And
why did I pull this out?
And it's a photograph. It's a photograph that's that shows what you presume is David. You recognise him, but he's clearly much older. Sarah, Sean, and a quite pale, slim-looking girl, about 17, 18 years old, that looks. Let's see, where is she? Where is she? Oops. Oh, you presume must be Angelica. And they're all stood together. It looks like a family photograph. You can make a can either give us a hard spot hidden or a psychology roll.
I will go psychology, which is actually better than my spot hidden.
Okay.
Because I know people. I do not know people, although only.
Fail it by 8.
I don't want to spend 8. I've just about 5. I will just.
Push it.
How would I define
Fine.
pushing it?
Yeah, how would you define pushing it?
What are the negative consequences that can arise from me trying to?
Well, that depends on how you're going to.
people?
That depends on how you're going to push it, doesn't it?
So, Sean, what's going on here? Who's this guy? Yeah, what Sean, describe to me in detail the intricate family relations between members of your family. I can.
Okay, no, that's fine. So what are you going to do? You're going to keep the photograph, or are you just going to put it? Oh, boom, gone.
Oh.
Back.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, what
Yeah, so the face is covered, and I can't really read expressions very well.
so what are you gonna do with the photograph? You're just gonna put it down, or are you gonna keep
I'm
it?
going to keep it. I'm
Okay.
going to keep it because I want to use it as leverage against David.
Okay.
Because what I see now is definitely him. He is definitely involved in some way, and he needs to stay the fuck away from Sarah because he's just making things worse. And he's not responding to my text.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't.
So, what time of day is it?
It is. So I would say it's about 2:30 in the afternoon.
2:30. I say we go down to his work, flush him out.
So, Alicia, you're so you're gonna try and you're just gonna what you're trying to do? You're gonna like just peek through the door? Did you say?
Yeah, I'm gonna peek through the door, see what she's up to, and if I get spotted, I'm gonna have a chat.
Give us a stealth roll, but you can do it with a bonus dice. Oh, look at that! Blam. Okay, so you creep over, and the door's, like I said, the door's slightly ajar, so you push it open a little bit more to be able to just enough so you can peer around and see into the bedroom, which is just a mess, complete and utter mess, and the smell of like stale body odor from here just hits you. And there's the floor is covered with like piles of crumpled clothes strewn among cardboard packing boxes that look like they're still where they were. You haven't moved from, still in the same place they were when you moved in. So some of the boxes, most of the boxes have been opened, and it looks like somebody's been pulling, going through the contents of boxes, pulling stuff out. The things kind of tossed aside and piled round these boxes as if somebody's been frantically searching through the contents of the boxes. There's a few you see a few tatty paperback books strewn amongst all the debris. You see a couple. They're like occult books. Nothing major. Nothing that you've not seen before. It's pretty unremarkable. You can give me a spot hidden though. Sarah is sat on the bottom corner of bed, her back facing away from you. And you see her. She kind of extends her arm. She's you can see her taking something off her arm. You can't quite see what it is, but she extends her arm, and as she extends her arm, you can see around the top of the forearm is a red mark, as if something was tied around the forearm. And you can clearly see track marks running up her arm, needle track marks up her left arm.
Interesting. I'm gonna go in
and she kind of as you go in, she doesn't seem to know to hear you coming in.
Okay, I'm gonna approach her, talk to her, ask her about the needle marks on her arm. What the hell is going on? How are you living like this, and what's going on with your arm?
Right, she kind of looks around, she looks around. She's got kind of bleary eyed. What do you think you're doing in? This is my room. You just can't just wander into my room. It's my house. What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Right, so I've been invited here. Well, we came here to meet you. I came from Stonehenge to meet you, and you're living in this shit with a child who is, well, 9, living in this absolute shithole of a place. What do you think you're doing? How can you live like this with a child?
You can't fucking talk to me like that, Alicia. Who the fuck do you think you are? Just have...
I'm what? I'm what?
And she kind of... She starts to say something, then she kind of just stops mid-sentence, and she looks like she looks a little bit unsteady for a moment, and then her eyes just like open wide, and this look, and she's got to clench her teeth. You fucking bitch, get the fuck out of the house! Who the fuck do you think you are? And she just flies at you in this rage. Just fists, just what a net, just like fists swinging.
Do we hear this from downstairs?
Oh yeah, you can hear. Well, you hear this bang as so Sarah just like slams you against the wall. Get the fuck out of my house! Who the fuck do you think you are?
Alicia?
Do her.
You okay, Alicia?
Give us a hand, please. Could use some help. Violence.
Oh, that was a secret keyword. Yeah, so I'll rush up the stairs. So,
Okay. What about the rest of you? You can all hear this. You can all hear this bang, this shouting. Sean looks up. Is my mum okay? What's going on? What's wrong?
I've kind of had enough at this point, and I'm ringing the police.
Okay.
Dirty fucking junkie. You don't have no rights to have children. No one
Okay.
wants to take him away.
All right, Alicia.
That's
All right,
going to get me into trouble.
So Eric, you've gone upstairs. John, you're on the phone to the police.
Yeah, I'll go upstairs.
Okay. So heading upstairs, like I said, there's a landing. There's a door to your left. There's a bathroom door, another door to your left, which is appears to be bedroom, Sean and Angelica's bedroom. And to your right is another bedroom. The door that is wide open, you can with a commotion, which is clearly Sarah's filthy, clothes-choked bedroom. And yeah, so Sarah is just tussling with Alicia, like got like pushed her up against the wall, and just shouting and effing and blinding, and just screaming in her face.
I'd like get between them and kind of like pull them apart.
Okay, so as you pull them apart, she staggers backwards and trips over some like piles of clothes, and she falls onto the back on the bed, like bounces on the bed.
You asked us to help you, Sarah, and we're going to help you. It might not be the help you asked for, but it's the help that you damn well need.
Look at the state of her arms. Look at them.
Okay.
And she's
Disgusting.
and she's as she hits the bed, she like bounces twice, and she's just suddenly sobbing.
So I've taken a photo out, taken a picture of it on my phone, and I'm emailing it to David at his work address.
Okay.
It's like, David, Eric, we need to meet now. Get back, return my text.
Okay, so Ray, you're upstairs. You can see all this going off. Like I said, there's a bed, so there's all this going up in Sarah's bedroom. You can give me Ray. You can give me a spot hidden roll. Okay, you can't. Unless you want to push it. If you can think of some way of pushing it.
To be honest, if she's just like out of it now, I was actually going to start taking notice of these books.
Okay.
Like lying around.
Okay.
Just out of interest, nothing particular. I mean, it's her life; she can do what she wants. That's not my fight, really. But yeah, the books, I'll just start picking stuff up, having a nosy around. I mean, it's not like she's going to stop us, is it?
No. So yeah, you pick up these books. In fact, I'll let you do that as I'll take that as a pushed spot hidden roll. In fact, if you want to take it.
What time are you calling it, Phil?
Yeah,
very shortly. Oh, where to go? Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, these books are nothing. They're all occult paperbacks. You know, pretty unextraordinary.
Is it just fairly?
Yeah, stuff. Yeah, run of the mill stuff that you could pick up in Waterstones. It's like, you know, there's Anton LaVey's Church of Satan, the Left Hand Path.
Anton Deck's Church of Satan.
The most interesting one is a copy of Fraser's Golden Bough, the Penguin version.
Yeah,
of which there's one. But
abridged.
Probably inside the tucked inside the Golden Bough, page of the Golden Bough, you see I've lost my bloody place now. No, not there. Where are we? You see there's a scrap of headed notepaper.
Oh, okay.
So
I'll pull it out.
Okay.
Feeling a bookmark. How's she going to know what page she's on now?
So pull it out. You can see it's headed notepaper from the local hospital, from the Milton Keynes University Hospital, and it says, written in pen, biro, quite bad handwriting. It says Stacy, Ward 2.
That's our mad friend.
Mm.
One of them.
Does it say which hospital?
Yeah, it's on the headed notepaper. It says Milton Keynes University Hospital. It's like a teaching hospital.
Milton Keynes University Hospital?
There is.
Okay, I'll believe you millions wouldn't.
There is. I can show you a picture of it.
Yeah, it's purely there to study Milton Keynes. It's a research.
Okay. She might be worth having a chat to.
Okay, so
probably get more sense out of her than Sarah.
So John, you're on the phone to the police, and they're taking details. They're asking your association with Sarah, and taking down all the details, and asking what evidence you've got and what exactly you're reporting.
So disturbance, possible drug use, and child neglect. I'll obviously get my credentials and explain that I've already filed a report with social services, but she got in contact with old friends from university. She got in contact with us after 20 years, seemed quite distressed, but it looks like something else is going on, and yeah, there's now violence and evidence of drug use, and obviously as I'm mandated to report these things, as a safeguarding issue, I have to take a next step.
You give us either a persuade or a law roll.
Definitely not using law.
Okay, probably not.
It'll be a persuade then. Let's go.
Okay, so you pass that. You give it, reading off giving these details to the officer on the other side end of the phone, and they maybe pass you to another department in the police station, like domestic, and the female officer that he's speaking to says, "Oh yeah, We know, Sarah. Well, I'll send. If is there a problem?
Yeah, it
is
looks like there's been an altercation. I explain my position and just say that my supervisor's in the process of liaising with Milton Keynes Social Services to have an EPO issued because circumstances here are not good. And unfortunately, I'm in this situation. I'm obliged to report this, but things have escalated.
is Miss Moore in any danger at the moment? Is there a threat? Is there a problem with local gangs or something?
I suspect so. Suspect possibly owe money to them.
Well, we're aware of that of Miss Moore's situation. It's but is she currently under in direct danger at the moment?
Yeah,
I
I'll
suspect
fucking get her.
so. She's just attempted to assault one of my friends, and I suspect she's under the influence while in charge of a minor.
Well, this isn't really anything new, Mr. Mr. Vinicore. This isn't anything new. We're well aware of Miss Moore and her situation.
Well, like I said, this is escalated.
Well,
Hence, I'm having to ring you. Like I said, process was already started, but like I said, there's now just been an assault.
I'll put it on file, Mr. Vinicore.
She made a naughty post on Facebook.
We'll be right round.
SO19.
SWAT just comes flying in through the windows.
Yeah.
We'll put it on. If I'll send an officer around later this evening. We're stretched a little thin at the moment. It's not. Unfortunately, it's not. Like I say, we're aware of Miss Moore, but thank you for alerting us to the current situation. And they put the phone down.
I sort of realize how much of a haven and sign of civilization Kent is. And I shudder slightly.
And then there's Eric. There's your phone. You feel your phone vibrate in your pocket. Pulling it out, there's a reply to your messages from David. It just says, "So good to hear from you. Didn't realise you were in town. Can't wait to see you." And there's his address.
Right. So next session then. We go and pay
yeah.
David a little visit.
Oh yeah, I suppose we'll leave it there.
Fantastic. Depressing.
Grim.
Yes.
Yeah, because too close to home, I think, in many cases.
I think opening the portal to the other realm and an Eldritch being eating this place would be a blessing.
Yeah.
Is this where we all become cultists and just decide to end it all?
You are cultists. What are you talking about? Well, you were kind of.
Lapsed. We're lapsed.
Yeah.
Yeah, lapsed cultists.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much, Phil.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
They were
I'm guessing we're not meeting next Tuesday as it's Christmas Eve.
Oh yes, probably not. Probably not. Tuesday after is New Year's Eve.
New Year's
Like, yeah.
Eve.
So Jenny do New Year's Eve anyway. So.
Although,
I'm not adverse to doing New Year's Eve, although I would have to check with what impact. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Check family stuff first.
Yes. But yeah.
Check with
So
the
other than that, it's regrettably that would have to be the
7th.
Yes, the 7th. The 7th of January, 2025.
Wow.
It feels like so long away.
whoop-de-doo.
Wow.
Next year. we'll continue next year.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if we don't speak to you guys before then, have a lovely Christmas
Yes,
and a
indeed.
happy New Year.
Yeah. Oh,
Are we playing tomorrow?
let us know about New Year's Eve because I'll probably be around.
Okay, yeah. Well, we
I
can
think we're
discuss.
playing tomorrow
Saturday.
night, aren't we?
You what? Sorry, Colin.
Stuart doesn't we're playing tomorrow. Brett hasn't said anything, but he nobody messages mid-afternoon.
I think we are.
Yeah, I would assume you are. If he hasn't said
it's
anything,
every other Wednesday.
if he hasn't said
that's
anything
fine.
to the contrary, then I would imagine you
Yeah.
will be.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
Cool.
gas
Yeah,
lighting
we
away.
played
Not that I
something
can
else
speak for
last
him.
week. So-
I'll see you next year.
Yeah. No, I believe we're playing tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Right, see you guys.
All right,
see you
thank you
guys.
guys. See you later.
Shall
Thanks for
see
playing.
tomorrow.
I'll
See you in
catch
a
you
bit.
later.
It's all right.
Bye.
Cheers, Phil.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye. There we go. Okay, so we'll be back next year on the 7th of January, if not before. Thanks for watching.